Yes, welcome back to the South Australian Sports Show. Of course, we've been away by COVID. It has been plenty happening. Lots to talk about. Air diffusion agencies, still the number one sponsor of the show, as I welcome Barry Curtin and Greg Anderson to the show. Boys, how are we?
Good, great to be back.
Great to be back.
Fantastic back. You know, it's been a long time, hasn't it?
It has been a long time.
9 or 10 months for us as well. So, you know, we've had to do all the right things.
Let's get on with it. Any reason with the COVID that the grand final this year for the AFL shouldn't be at Adelaide Oval?
Well, I can't see any reason why not. Or Perth.
No,
I've got no issue with either of them.
So Perth holds.
I'm not sure about Victoria.
So Perth holds 60, Adelaide holds 50.
Yeah.
By the cost of getting everyone to Perth, surely Adelaide is prime position if the borders stay down in
Couldn't
Victoria.
agree more, mate. The only problem I see with that is if say Port make it.
Yep.
It gives them a massive home ground advantage, doesn't it?
Well, like Richmond did last year. Richmond, they had 90,000 people at the ground last year. It's supposed to be an Australian event, and for some reason they had 90,000 Richmond supporters. So, you know, I think it's probably just as fair that they play at Adelaide Oval or West or in the West. And if they happen to make it, well, so be it, because that's what happens if you're.
But you know what happens on grand final, of course. Let's say Port get in, there's going to be a limited number of tickets for the Port fans.
Exactly right.
Again, 50,000 is half of 100, and they struggle to get the fans in at the MCG. So I don't think that's such the big issue.
Yeah.
But I just think, you know, it looks like it could be WA or here. Just seems to make, and I'm trying not to be too biased, I'll admit to some bias, but the expense of getting to WA as opposed to the expense of getting to Adelaide.
Yeah.
Do you reckon we should put the hand up right now?
Let's put a hand
I know they've
up.
got their agreement, but surely you can't play the grand final at the MCG. I know 2052. Do an empty stadium.
No.
You couldn't do it.
No. You couldn't do it. If you can obviously get the 25 or whatever the case may be at the stage in I think it's October, isn't it? The grand final. That's where it has to be.
Long weekend they're talking about.
I think they're talking a bit longer, aren't they? Maybe November, or depending on.
Well, it depends what happens. As long as there's no. I think what they've been fairly good at is putting in place if certain things happen with COVID. You know, they've got an opportunity. There's a buy there if there's a infraction.
I think they made a blue though, Phil.
In which one?
I think they made a blue with this game that's been postponed.
Melbourne Essendon.
Yeah, I think they made a blue there. I don't think in our current climate we should be getting behind. I don't think we should be.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we should be keep moving, keep going forward. So in other words, that game that was postponed. Once the Essendon players were cleared, bang, you play.
Right.
So the AFL says, right, Melbourne. Was it Melbourne Essendon?
It was Melbourne Essendon.
Okay. You play Wednesday night. It's as simple as that.
What about just a draw?
No,
not a draw.
No draw.
So
that's unfair to
because they've got to get everything organised. They've got to get everything organised. I mean, this is something that's world pandemic. Right. This is something that
the rugby
we've never come across.
Peter Vlandie, bang.
Rugby do it.
He just goes bang.
That's true.
And do it.
Yeah, just get
I just
out
think
and play.
that game, Greg, I really do. I don't think the AFL would like to be getting behind. Don't get behind. Don't lose games that you have to catch up later on. That's all I'm saying. So play the game.
So what about the penalty? What about the penalty is though if the player's tested positive and he's broken the rules? Do they just lose the game? Is that too severe a penalty?
Yeah,
it's too severe.
Maybe severe on the rest of the team that's been doing the right thing. So,
what happened to Ollie Wines took a game because so who's responsible for that? And I'm not having a crack at Ollie, but is it Channel 7's fault that the media were there? Is it Daniel Norton at the footy club? I think it's Ollie Wines' fault.
I think they're trying to. I think
Ollie knows the rules.
They were doing the right thing by not going inside.
They're doing it outside. I agree. So there's some grey area on the haze.
But that's why people today walk around with a phone.
Yep.
So really, Ollie should have just got on the blower and gone, Daniel,
is it okay?
Listen, mate,
I
called into my place. Is that okay?
Yeah.
He didn't do that. Now, so he copped the one match, and he had to serve it.
All right, some of the sports.
Do we penalise the rest of the team? That's what I'm saying.
But he wasn't infected. He wasn't running the risk of infecting the rest of the team.
No,
so I'm saying if you've broken the rules, the COVID rules, and you run the risk of infecting not only your team and the people around it, but the other team as well. I think the penalty's fine to go. Sorry, mate, you lose the whole club gets penalised.
That's if you are positive.
Yeah. If you're positive.
So far,
he's fine. He's not. But I'm saying if you do.
McKenna was negative.
I mean, they're tested twice a week.
Negative. So it's
it's a tough one.
Everything's new.
And we're learning. We're learning.
There's no set rules here.
All right. How have we seen the Crows season, boys? I mean, I know it's bad, and I don't want to be throwing lots of mud. Are they? lacking.
Well, I think there is a little bit of mud. I think there's a little bit of mud. I mean, you go to
Who's the
look
mud
at McLeod at first with bringing up, and I don't think they probably took that out of context, and that's exploded. We've got Mark Ricciuto, giving out figures what players are getting paid and what they're worth, etc. From a board member.
Can I analyse that one just for a minute?
Yeah.
So when the camp happened last year and the Crows put the walls up and said, we're not talking about it, the media came out and said, why can't you be honest and transparent with us? That's what they were on it the whole time, honest and transparent. Yeah. So Roo gets on his Triple M show and honest and transparent with the knowledge that he's got. And I haven't spoken to Roo about it, but we all know he's an honest bloke.
Yeah, of course.
So he's been honest and transparent, and then the media have got on him about being honest and transparent. He's a director.
I think the dollar figure was the one.
Wrong. Well, my question on that. So going one step further, if I was Roo, I'd be ringing whoever gave him that figure from the club and said, mate, I want to know if that's right or wrong. Then I'd be ringing my best mate, Goody, and saying, off the record, Goody, I just want you to be honest. Won't go any further into the media. And if Goody says, no, mate, I guarantee you this is what he's getting, I'll be straight back to that bloke and say, mate, you're fired.
But what's happening? There's your issue, Phil. That is your issue. Your issue is that he's been given some information by somebody at the club that is not right. Yeah. Well, there's your issue for a start.
Well, that is the issue.
There.
That is
now,
the
other thing, can I say something here?
But he's using some situations to defend what he's saying, and a player and his salary defend what he had said. I don't think that's fair.
But he was being transparent and honest with the knowledge he had. So my point is that whether he was right or wrong in doing it is that, hang on a minute, we pillared the club last year for saying you're not transparent and honest. Then one of the blokes is transparent and honest, and we pillared him for that as well. So what's the middle ground?
Why are we talking figures for? I don't understand why he needed the talk. This is what we believe. We got rid of him.
I think it's just bringing some clarity.
Twice as much money as we're prepared to pay. That's what he's coming up
with. Clearly we're going to have to extend the opening because we're not going to get through all the stuff we haven't been able to talk about for 9 months. But we need to get rolling, boys. I'm telling you, we've got the NRL, the Southern Footy League, Adelaide United women's coaches coming and give us some of his time. We've got to talk to Jared Cotton from the SANFL. I'm almost exhausted thinking about it.
We've got a big show ahead.
We've got the bench to lean on. So you need to stay with us because this is going to be a ripping show. I'm telling you right now.